Hi, everyone. I'm Mindy Levin, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm the founder and director of Source, and I'm excited today to have a great conversation with my colleague, Dr. Allison West, about her course, Applications and Program Monitoring and Evaluation. Allison, welcome. Great to see you today.
Thank you so much. I
All right,
appreciate it.
uh, Allison, so tell us a little bit about who you are and this Applications and Program Monitoring and Evaluation course.
Sure. Thanks so much, Mindy, for this opportunity. So, again, my name is Allison West. My pronouns are also she and hers. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Population, Family, and Reproductive Health here at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. I am an applied researcher and evaluator, and I most of my work is research and evaluation of community-based programs and also home-based programs that promote health and well-being among expectant families and families with young children. So I work a lot with both local and state and federal programs, doing all sorts of types of evaluation activities, ranging from process evaluations to effectiveness and impact evaluations, and just really love talking about the work and also love building capacity of students in our future generation to do this work well.
Fantastic. So your course is this great opportunity, applications and program monitoring and evaluation. Can you talk a little bit about the course and how our community partners affiliated with Source can be involved?
Yeah, sure. So this is a course that we offer once a year during our fourth term. So it's an 8-week course that goes by very quickly. But we call it Applications and Program Evaluation, Monitoring and Evaluation, because it really takes some fundamental skills that students learned in their prior coursework, and it gives them an opportunity to apply it by working very closely with community-based organization. And so what we do is we partner small groups of students with community-based organizations. We typically work with 3 or 4 community-based organizations every year. And we are really looking for community-based organizations that would benefit from some evaluation support. And so the organizations we work with can be organizations that have never done any program evaluation. We are really excited to work with those organizations, or maybe organizations that have a new initiative or program that they're interested in evaluation and could use some support around that. So the students work with organizations very closely. We typically, the students will meet with that program. Um, we set aside 2 formal class times to meet with programs. And so we have organizations set those times on their schedule. They're in the late afternoon for about an hour, hour and a half. But other than that, students are checking in pretty informally. But the students are working with programs to, first of all, kind of identify what those evaluation needs are. We want to make sure that we really understand the programs, what it is you're trying to accomplish, the populations with which you're working. So we want the students to really understand that. We want to understand what your evaluation needs are. We'll help you refine a project that is of an appropriate scope to address within an 8-week course. So we may take off a small slice that could be very useful to you. And then we typically work with the program to either develop or refine a theory of change and a logic model to really understand how your program works. What are your intended outcomes? And then we have students work with the program to develop a basic evaluation plan. And that could be a process evaluation to understand how the program works, maybe a plan for collecting some qualitative or quantitative information about how the program is working, or develop a plan for an effectiveness or impact evaluation. And just to be clear, we don't actually carry out the evaluation. So one of the things that we really emphasize with the students is that this has to be a plan that the organization can carry out on their own once the students have left. So we place a very strong emphasis on making sure that the evaluation plan is something that's going to be not only useful, but feasible for the organization given their time, the budget, and their other resources.
That's wonderful. Allison, I know we've had the pleasure of working together over the years on this course and connecting with a lot of our different source organizations over the years. So I've seen all these different examples come to life, and I've seen it as like a capacity building opportunity for everyone, our students and our organizations alike. I'm wondering if there's any particular examples that you want to share from past projects, just to give another clear idea of what could be done with the
Yeah.
great combinations of our partners with the students.
Sure. So a couple of examples come to mind because we've worked with such a broad range of organizations that are addressing so many really critical and but different public health issues. So a couple of that come to mind. A few years ago we worked with an organization called Turnaround that focuses on supporting survivors of sexual violence and dating violence and human trafficking. They were developing a new curriculum for middle school students, and were interested in some evaluation support. So our students did a literature review to really understand evaluations of similar types of programs and provide some of that literature to the organization. They developed a theory of change and a logic model to really help the organization document what it was that this new curriculum was trying to accomplish. And then they developed a basic evaluation plan that included some process elements and some outcome elements and identified a few useful measures that the organization could use to help them evaluate impact of that program. Another example was we worked with Good Harvest Community Kitchen on to help them develop an evaluation plan for their youth meal program. And again, we assisted them to develop a very strong logic model as well as an evaluation plan and identify some potentially useful measures as well based on some similar evaluations that we found of related initiatives.
Awesome. Well, Allison, thank you so much for taking the time this morning to talk with me and share more information with our community partners about your great class. And for organizations that are interested, we hope that you will reach out, submit a project proposal so that you could be one of the community-based organizations that partners with the course applications and program monitoring and evaluation here at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Thanks, Allison.
Thank you.